me see if anybody can hear me. Testing 1, 2. Hello. Am I clear? Don't think I'm clear. Get this mug a little closer. Is that helping? Not very loud, is it? Okay, so what I have, I bought a small paint set. This is actually a starter set from Warhammer. I've got the parts here for putting the men together. It's actually kind of convenient if I was going to want to paint each individual part before snapping them together. I may get around to this someday, but I bought it because of this here. I do hope that I'm being heard well. I stated to someone that I was going to go out, get some food first before doing this. I had also intended to go to the store and buy another brush. My agenda here is to speak as much as I can because I would like to record a video and post it on YouTube. Right now I'm trying to find there's a web group I'm in for D&D, and they said that they would like it if I would share my streams of playing D&D video games, and I thought, well, this applies because this is from a D&D collector's set. I plan on doing more. But I work a second shift job, 10-hour shift, and hold on a minute. Bear with me, folks. I'm not finding what I need here. In the past, I have been a DM for Dungeons and Dragons, but it's been years since I've even played, let alone led a group. I recently discovered that Baldur's Gate, the old computer game, is now on the Xbox, but of course, that would show up during the time when I need to save some money. And I just spent the money on this dragon and these these paint sets. So whoops. Oh, I love it when I want to type a 2-letter word and I type it backwards. Try another group. My thumbnail picture, I need to change that to something that is going to be sort of relevant to everybody. When I share my Mixer link on a page, it shows up. And right now, it is a map of the world, but it looks like a Star Trek screen. It's got the Star Trek pattern and buttons and colors from the computers. And we will just see if people come in and say hi. I need to move some stuff around here so I can. Hopefully, everyone can still hear me. I was planning to also buy Spyro the Dragon. But since I've paid the money for this, I'm not going to buy anything else right now. I have to pay cab fare for my trips to work and back, so. I'm trying to hold up on that. What I've done, when I got this yesterday, I came back and I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. I painted the talons, and the wingtips, and I also painted the horns on this side. I painted them black. I don't know. There, now you can see them. I'm not certain what color to do the claws. I painted his eyes a gold. And this one eye here, I overdid it, so I have to. Let me see if we can. If you look, you see that little spot right there under at the smudge. So I'm going to go over that. I'm planning on doing this bone structure between the edges right here and going all the way around to the back talons and up in here. I was going to do them black and then do the rest of the body in red. I kind of wish that I had a silvery gray though to do that with. But I'll buy another paint set later. I didn't need a lot of color just to paint one dragon. I wasn't going to paint him 1,000 different colors. I don't want no rainbow dragons around here. Alright, let me see. I'm not even certain how well I don't have a very good lighting. As a matter of fact, I can fix that. It's a wee bit better. I'll say one thing. I am completely new at this, so I'm bound to make some mistakes, like under the eye, where I'll have to allow it to dry before going back over it again. It's a nice thing about something like this. When I was a kid, I was one of those guys that could really color, and I used to make my result would look like the old comic books. I am not certain that I'm going to have similar results with this. I think there must be different brushes for wider spaces, like the size of the wing. I don't have a cup of water sitting here. I need to get one. I'm not entirely certain how deeply into this I'm going to get. I'm trying to do the bone structure that reaches back to the talon right there. And I'm hoping that when I'm done, that it will look just fine. If it doesn't, then I will grab a can of gray spray paint and start all over. That'd be a trick. Spray everything over with gray, let it dry, do it all over again. I don't know how other people would do it. See, this structure of the bone goes all the way up and down the front end of the wings here. What I have, oh, I forgot what this dragon was called. Well, that's my own fault. I no longer have the packaging. I was originally going to buy the white dragon, but I saw this one and liked it better. I thought I'd start with this one. So now this wingspan is going into his shoulder down here. I don't want to paint his shoulder black. I mean, this bone structure, rather, is going down into where his shoulder is bending. A lot of times you don't see that. A lot of times the dragons look like they just have the wingspan up in their backs, and no other part of their body or back area is actually moving. You guys can't even see what I'm doing. Get down in here. There's not going to be a lot of fancy talk from me. I'm not very technical minded when it comes to describing what I'm doing, or if I'm in a video game, I'm not very good at remembering the specs of something. some guys, some of which I have actually watched quite a bit of. They play games like World of Tanks, they can play World of Warcraft, they can play any game, and they will remember details at least long enough to make their videos, to discuss them while they're to describe them while they're recording or on their live streams. I don't have that. I don't have the ability to retain that type of. Maybe it's because it's not really that important. But something that gets to me is that I'm a firearm person, and I cannot recall the specifics of how to describe the parts and such in a rifle. But there are video gamers out there who have never handled a firearm, but they play some of the games with the realistic weapons in them, and they know every single detail about that particular firearm. Imagine how that makes me feel. This is all going to end up becoming a blend once I start painting over the wings. Yeah, there I hit the shoulder. I didn't intend to. I don't know how well I could see everything, but right there, you can see a little splotch off the side. That went onto the shoulder, but I could paint over that later. So once I get the wings painted, then this mess of black will probably blend in like a layer. See, now at the end of the talons, there's a little bit more of what I guess I could call more bone structure right there. And I don't want to color that red. I don't want to color it black. I'm not really sure what I will do there. I seem to have, what's this I have? I have this Bugman's Glow. I guess I'll have to see what that looks like. Because I thought I had red. Maybe that's what the Bugman's Glow is. It doesn't matter. Once I have what I want done here, I'm planning to stop this video. And the other side, and see the inside of these wings, that's going to be fun. I guess it's not going to matter. Because I don't think that I can unfold these very far. It's probably about as far as I can go before I start to feel like I'm going to break it off. So that ought to be a project. I'm trying to paint that part. Especially to get the bones. So I was thinking that I could streak a little black up the side into just a little bit. But I may have to do that after I paint it over the red first. And then do it. Especially up here in the top part. This area here looks like those should be streaked with a little black. I'm painting, my idea to paint this the way I am is based on, I think, a dragon that I remember either from Magic the Gathering or from some other art that I've seen somewhere. Part of my trouble right now is some of this I can't tell if it's the bone or if it's thicker layers of skin on the outside of the bone. That's why I said I'm hoping that once I painted the wings that it'll look like it's supposed to. I mean, it's only my first time, so I don't have to cry too much over it. And I don't like how it turned out. My concern is with areas like the eyes. Once I start going over the face with the main color, if I hit the eyes with red, I may have trouble getting the gold color back on there. I haven't gotten any viewers on my stream here. I don't know what everybody's doing. I don't even believe that any of them have responded on Twitter. Let's see what that says. Doesn't look like it. There's other Twitter things going on. I wonder what D&D and Dragon people, there's probably a lot of them playing their games right now. And their tabletop. The last time I was in a group, it was a Pathfinder group. And we only played on Sundays. And it was at this time of day. It was also at a store. The tip of my brush here is having a little bit of a thread come out at the end. So that's a little annoying. I'm also not certain how well I'm being heard. That doesn't help matters. My mic is right here, but I had to play back, before I even bother to upload this video. I don't know how to do a voiceover after the video is made. I know that there's a lot of programs you can download and do all that kind of thing. There are some things that I'm able to figure out, and there's a lot of things that I'm not. I was hoping to do this side a little bit neater than the other side, but it doesn't matter because once I have a finished product, I really am hoping that it will just blend and layer in. You have to keep in mind, this is the first time I've ever done this. I'm not without artistic talent. I grew up drawing. I used to draw this creature that I guess you could call it an underwater dragon. I didn't really have real names for them, and I haven't been able to really get back into doing that for a long time. I sketched them. I was a sketch artist. And I mentioned earlier how I used to color really well as a child. But something like this I've never done before, so this is definitely quite different for me. And I'm just hoping something will come out of it. I have been on this. I don't even know how long I've been. I guess I won't know for until later. Now he's got the scales as well. Rather the ones that come up, straight up right here. Go back on his tail and up his back. Inside there is going to be fun. Go this way. Now I suppose if I wanted to, I could paint those black. However, I don't think that's what I want to do. This here is Balthazar Gold, Armageddon. Where did it go? Armageddon Dust. This is actually what I used to paint the eyes. I did not use the Balthazar Gold. So maybe I can use that for those scales. I could have also done that for the bone structure. I have to find out what this Bugman's glow looks like. I'm hoping it's more like a red, not a pink. Then I have blue and green here. I've got Macrage Blue, Agrat's Earthshade. Looks like it might be a dark gray. And then this black is Abaddon Black. It's going to be a lot of this is going to be more work than I mean, I already knew it was going to be. For me, it was going to be some work, but it's turning out to be more than I anticipated. Especially if I have to go back out and buy individual colors. I've got to get his horns on the inside of his head here. Let's see where your view is. See, I did them on the outside there, but I got to do them in here now. Now I don't have a lot of extravagant, showy, attention-grabbing excitement to really get anybody into this. That's why I was trying to live stream. I was hoping people would talk to me about it. But that also is the reason why I don't want it to be very long, because I'm going to put this on YouTube. And hopefully somebody will sit there and take the time to hear what I've had to say about how much of a noob I am at doing this. And I hope I don't get any ridicule, because I know that I'm no expert at stuff like this. That's where I'm going to keep it for now. I have to I'll get my cup of water to rinse this brush off. So anybody who watches this after I've put it on YouTube, I do thank you.